Welcome back to Coffee with an Acting Improviser. If you haven't got your coffee, go get it. Today we're going to talk about social media, so don't be too long. Okay, no, that's some passably acceptable coffee. Okay, I said today we were going to talk about social media, and today we are going to talk about social media because it is a thing. And ever since I started acting and started talking to people in the industry and kind of connecting with folks and finding out what's out there and what I needed to do to set myself up for success, ultimately, social media is one of those things that eventually comes up. Now, some people don't subscribe to it at all, and that's fine. And some people think that it is a golden ticket, and that's also fine, but I think a little bit excessive in the amount of credit we're giving social media. But I've also read in some of the books that I've read in my journey down this path that it is worth maintaining. And here's my takeaway from everything that I've read, and I've read a lot of things. Maintain a social media presence that is representative of you. You know, don't go crazy. Don't talk about a lot of things that are going to cause your audience to split or take off, or, that's divisive, or that's going to cause people to show up just to yell at you in your comments. If you want to actually be out there and be representing somebody and be the face of a product or a character or show, showing up as the guy who just creates trouble, maybe not the best way to get started on that path. I am not the expert. I am this actor who lives in a small market and who's trying to do everything that he can to do everything that's possible to forward and advance a career as an actor and a performer in film and television. What does it take? How do you do that? How do you do that when you're in a small market where you don't have accessibility to all of the things that everybody living in LA or New York have access to all the time? The idea is we're talking about social media today and how that fits into this, right? Because of all the people that I talked to and the things that I read, there's so many different opinions on social media. Some people are not into it at all and discount social media as a platform to move your brand out there at all. And some people feel that it's important. And I'm sure there's somebody out there who thinks it's the end all, that, filling yourself up with 1 million followers is going to start getting you bookings. I don't think that's necessarily true either. I think anytime you go to any extreme, you've gone too far. You need to dial it back in and get somewhere close to the middle where the truth probably lies. You're not doing social media at all and just being that mystery person. I heard this, that you can have too much social media, that if they look for you and they find out too much about you, you're not mysterious enough for a lead role. You don't have that mystery, that interesting intrigue that comes along. And I mean, I don't really see that as an issue, because what am I auditioning for where that mystery and intrigue for the Fiverr is really super important, that people might know too much about me to believe me in a supporting role? I think I'm getting way ahead of myself if I allow myself to dial back anything that I'm doing because I'm afraid that I'm not going to be mysterious enough. I'm afraid being mysterious is detrimental to me in social media. And that's one of the things that we're going to talk about. The biggest mystery that casting and production really wants there to be around you when it comes to casting, when it comes to auditioning, when it comes to being put into a project, is sometimes they don't want people to know you're doing it. Does that make sense? Don't tell people you're auditioning for stuff. Don't send that audition, that self-tape up on social media. I'm like, what are you trying to do? Finish your career before you even get started is what's going to happen. My thing is always keep everything very close to the vest, which I learned when I was in the service, so I'm really good at that. I can keep a secret. That's great. That's easy stuff. I don't have to share everything that I'm doing. I could tell you that I had 3 auditions, but you don't need to know who they were, where they were, or what the part was. It's not that important for you. It's important for me, and it's important for casting and the producers. But they don't want to see me even talking about it. And I understand that because they've got a production to protect, a show to protect. When I was on Better Call Saul, that's what it was all about. I couldn't talk about the fact that I even did the show on social media to people that I knew until after it had aired, almost a year later. That's the nature of this business. I'm fine with it. I'm so happy with it. Because I can keep my mouth shut for a year just for that opportunity to be a part of something that iconic. I mean, come on, Better Call Saul. I've heard things from different sources that you need X number of followers. You should have fill in the blank followers to be castable, to be considered by casting. That may be true sometimes. If you are a multi-million follower influencer, they might entertain putting you in a show based on that to bring your followers to their show so that they can get viewers. But it's not really a very good qualifier for me. You know, if I learn that through some bizarre twist of fate, I had enough followers to influence somebody's decision to put me on a show, that would probably trigger some pretty severe imposter issue things going on with me. I would have to really work that out in myself. Why was I actually there? Was it me? Was it my talent? Was it my interpretation of the character? Was it the way I present? Was it the way I speak? Or was it that X number of people like me on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, and therefore I am going to bring an audience, regardless of anything else I bring to your production? That would bother me. Please don't tell me that. I don't need to know that. I think that social media is actually something that is important for us because we need to be able to let people see who we are, right? It's in every casting site. What are your social media presences? Where are you at? Where can we go see more of you, right? And that's what's important, right? Where can we see more of you? Where can we not just see more of you? Where can we get to know you? That, I think, is what's really important, right? Where can they get to know you and who you are and what you enjoy, what you do, how do you live your life? Are you a real person when you're not on camera? Letting them see you or a glimpse of you is the real value of social media at that point. Because especially now when we're living in an age of self-tapes and we're spending most of our audition time recording ourselves in a character and putting that out to them. And the only time that we get an opportunity after that to really say anything about us is in the slate. And the slate's really not a lot of an opportunity to kind of give a sense of who you are. So that's where social media comes in my opinion. Before you jump on a social media platform, ask yourself really seriously, what is it that you want from it? Because some people want to just be influencers. And no shade on influencers, because obviously they serve a very important role in social media and in all of our lives, because they wouldn't have millions of followers if we didn't care about them and what they thought and how they felt and what they were doing. So yes, if you want to be an influencer, go for it. I feel like that's a full-time job. And that if you want to be an influencer, commit yourself to that. It works on almost every platform. You can monetize yourself. When you monetize yourself, I feel like you turn what you're doing into a job. For me, that would break my ability to really enjoy doing that. And it would make it into this mission thing that I have to do instead of just me sharing with you, which is what I'm doing now. And that's why I get excited about it and I engage in it and I can't shut up. And then I have to cut 30 minutes of recording time down to 10 or 15. It can be challenging sometimes. What about the platform? Before I get on a platform, the first thing I need to know about that platform is who's the audience? Who's the target audience for that platform? Because now there are so many more than there used to be, and they're targeting specific audiences with each platform. They have a voice and they have a message, and that's what they want everybody to sign on to. That means if I go to a platform and I look at it and it's not my belief system and my way of looking at the world or the way the world should be, I'm not going to join that one. I could find out that all my favorite casting directors are on there and I'm still not going to join it because especially if it's a politically motivated one, I don't have time for that. I am not a politician. And I realize, and you should realize too, that when you start getting political, you become divisive. You become this person who's going to split the group. You're going to create controversy, and that's going to be interesting, and people are going to comment to you, and it won't always be the kind of thing that you want to hear, but it's also going to be divisive, and it's going to say a certain number of people will stay with you and listen to you because they agree with you, and a certain number of people will either go away immediately, never pay attention to you again, or start rolling death threats at you. Now, thankfully, that hasn't happened to me yet, but it's not like it doesn't happen. It happens all the time. My rule. This is a good one. If it's not safe for work, don't take it to social media. That's my rule. And it's simple because at work, when I used to work in an office, I wouldn't talk politics because it didn't belong there. When you start talking politics, it's divisive. It creates problems. It gets argumentative. It creates heat and situations that are uncomfortable. Religion largely does the same thing. Unless you know everybody in the room is on board with your particular flavor, don't talk about it because bringing it up will cause conflict and will cause divisiveness, and that's not safe for work. And there are every other NSFW thing that if you look that up, it will explain to you how much other content out there that you might not want to share on your feed. Now, some of you out there are going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to get a little bit NSFW, and that's groovy if that's you. If I tried to do that, it would be so problematic because look at me. Just look, okay? That's enough. No, just no. There's no NSFW level of activity that I should be doing on the internet, period. It just is not good for me. Personally, my image, my family life, none of that. It doesn't work. So I steer away from that. I have a sip. I know I've been talking too much when I need to get coffee in the middle of it. Let me take a look at my list here because I had some things that I had ideas that I wanted to talk about, and somehow I've gotten a little bit off of this. What do I want out of my platform? What do you want out of that platform? You want to connect with people? You want to stay in touch? You want to remember birthdays? You want to have fun? Cool. There's something for that. Do you want to get political? There's a platform for that. You can go there and you can do that. I still don't recommend it. If you want to build your brand and put yourself out there and have a place where casting and production teams can come and meet you, see a snapshot of who you are and what you engage in and what you like and what your personality is like, that's a great thing to choose a platform for. For me, Facebook and Instagram. You'll always find a link for me on Facebook and Instagram. I go there because I can share the things that I really enjoy doing on there easily. I know a lot of people on there. I have engagement. I don't have 1 million followers. I don't need them. I just need to have something out there where I can actually have an opportunity to share a little bit of myself in a safe and controlled environment, right? That's what I want. I don't even know when this stopped, but it did. It apparently has a timer that shuts it down, and it might have been after 30 minutes, and it might have been after 20 minutes. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and find out now. Thanks for stopping by. If you have any comments, any questions, anything to suggest, please put it down below in the comments, and I'll get to them. I promise you. I come and I check those things, and if you say something, I will answer you or at least like it if it's just, like an emoji, because I appreciate everybody who does that, and I encourage you to do that. I will get back to you on it. Have a great afternoon. I will see you in 2 weeks with the next episode, and I have no idea what it's going to be about. I may just ramble for 15 minutes because apparently I do that. Oh yeah. Bye. Did it stop? I'm losing my stuff here.